Okay, let's see. Take two. Namaste, everyone. I hope that it's working now. I know a lot of you are, some of you are on Facebook, some of you are on Instagram, YouTube. What am I missing? Panichealing.com, Mexico.org. The whole idea here is we want to get it out to as many people as possible so that hopefully, we're just stirring up that spiritual nature within you. All right. So what I was saying a few minutes ago, I hope that you were able to watch the Christmas lecture and meditation because it is quite relevant. The I am, the spiritual self, the soul is personified by Christ in the higher teachings or the inner teachings. And I want to share that with you because some of you who are new are a little bit, what's the word I'm looking for? A little bit restricted in your belief system. And I know exactly what it was because that's how it was before. You have to realize the truth comes in many levels. You have the love that you understand it, and then as you grow, as your chakras get bigger, you have more energy, you have access to deeper teachings, your perception of reality becomes wider. That's why you go from the material to the immaterial. So there's deeper teachings, or what they call esoteric teachings, and then there's outer teaching, what are called exoteric teachings. So in ancient Egypt, you have the higher mystery schools and the lower mystery schools, or greater mystery schools and lesser mystery schools. And this is to give you an idea why the Lord Jesus taught inner teachings to the disciples. That's why he said, to you are given the keys to the mysteries of kingdom of heaven. To them are given parables or stories. And in every religion, every culture, it's the same way. And so sometimes, when I talk like this, there are some comments that says, oh, you're bashing religion. I'm not bashing religion. It is because your ears are filtered. I never said religion is bad. All I said was religion has a tendency to divide. It's like, I'm right, you're wrong. But in reality, all religions are basically pathways to the top of the mountain. Okay? Now, the question is, why is religion important? Religion is important because many souls need structure. They need a structure or routine. Because if you tell someone, okay, close your eyes, experience one with God, they're going to go, huh? They don't have a clue. But if you say, okay, as you're growing up, these are the rituals you follow. The rituals are the sacraments in the Catholic tradition. In the Hindu tradition, you have puja. Right? And then, for example, in Buddhism, the ritual there is understanding, using your mind. Okay, what is the cause of suffering? All right, and how do I alleviate this suffering? Here's the Eightfold Path, right viewpoint, right thoughts, right words, right actions, right livelihood, right awareness, right oneness, right mindfulness, and so on and so on. So in other words, every religion gives you a structure. Now, what I was saying in the previous lectures is, this structure is important, but some people, they already have learned that structure well in previous lifetimes or in this lifetime. So at some point, they start to notice that the structure becomes a hindrance. Make sense? So clean out your ears. I never said religion is bad. Okay? The problem is people have a tendency to have filtered or selective hearing. So hear me out. All religion is good as long as it's understood in the right context. Got it? Now, some people say, yeah, that's what I don't religion. I'm a free soul. Yeah? Okay, let's look at you. How's that done for you? Because of that, have you had a deeper experience of oneness with God? Have you practiced kindness to other people? If you haven't, go get a structure. Get the idea? That's why we say it's not one or the other. It's depending where you are on your journey. So, for a lot of you who have experienced religion growing up, not by choice, but by compulsion, either by somebody else or by you because you're looking for something, what I'm sharing with you is like, as you keep practicing whatever your religion is, once you have a deeper understanding, all roads lead to the top of the mountain, then you start to understand what you have, and you start to understand, this is basically like going through school. I'm going through kindergarten, first grade, second grade, high school, and university. Where am I on my journey? And from there you go, okay, that was needed at that time. But maybe now, if I skip one day in Mass, doesn't mean I'm going to barbecue in hell. You get the idea? Because some of us, I know exactly what it was. When I was in the Philippines, being a Roman Catholic at that time, that's how we were trained. I don't know in your country, but when I was trained in the school it was pretty strict. You miss one, you're a sinner, you're going to barbecue. Well, they don't say barbecue, they go roast and rotisserie. Get the idea? So I grew up with that. Looking back, oh man, I can't believe they were that strict, all that guilt. Now that I know what I know and the way I was taught by my teacher, I don't look at it as something bad. Because at that time, it was necessary for my soul. Because I was a rebel. I did not like authority. For me, it's like, who the hell are you? I'm gonna do whatever the hell I want. I was that kind of kid. So I had to go to school. So no choice, I had to conform. Otherwise, if I don't conform, I don't have a school. Make sense? So at that time, that was what helped just say put some structure in me. So looking back, even though it was full of guilt and anger and all that stuff, I go, if they let me do whatever I like at that time, who knows how it would have turned up. So it was needed at that time for this soul to have those structure, all that guilt and all that stuff was needed because that was the only way for this soul to calm down and get some level of focus. Make sense? Then afterwards, after converting to being a Protestant and studying the deeper teachings and so on and so on, and at some point you get to see from outside, you go, oh, that was needed for me. I'm not saying it's bad. It was needed. It's just like, it's like you're going up a stairs, right? You get to the top, you go, oh, those steps below are not needed. What's needed is like to get up here. Hello, unless you have a helicopter, all those steps are needed. Got it? So that's why, to finish off, and we'll go to the topic today, his message did say, he told us many years ago, he said, that's why when you come to pranic healing, to Arhatic Yoga, the deeper teachings is, if you come in a Christian, a Muslim, a Buddhist, a Hindu, an atheist, or whatever it is you come in, you come away better at what it is that you had before because you now understand the purpose and the structure that you had before to get to where you are today. Now, do you notice there's no emotion involved? It's just basically understanding. That's why you notice as you spiritually grow, you become less reactive. I notice some people every little, oh, you hurt my feeling. You go, okay, one of those. Let's go back to kindergarten. Get the idea? Because as you evolve, you start to see things from a higher viewpoint. You start to understand, okay, what is the essence of what this person is saying? Why is this person saying it? From what perspective is he or she saying it? So when you look at it that way, you don't react, you start to understand. Make sense? I'm not saying it's not good to feel emotions. Emotions are important because without emotions, you'd be looking at your partner and go, okay, let's go to bed, have sex, have babies, done. Right? The intimacy is the heart chakra. The solar plexus is the love for oneself. So you need that to interact. So emotions are important at the right place at the right time. Same thing with the intellect. If you're overthinking, then you have the opposite side of the spectrum. You overthink everything, and people say, honey, I love you. Go, that's basically a frequency of emotion. And at this point, I don't think it's needed. So, okay, my mouth says, I love you too, whatever that means. That doesn't work either. So the key is the soul, the spiritual self, the I am, gets to observe what's needed and uses the appropriate amount of emotions and thoughts and physical movements as needed for the situation. That's that. So, okay, so for some of you who thought that I was bashing religion, that's not what I'm saying, but if you still believe it, then get off the channel. Simple as that. Okay? I'm not here to please you. I'm here to give you the truth that was given to me as I thought is true. Now, any mistakes, any screw-ups is not the fault of my teacher, it is the fault of this channel. My mind distorted it. So if that's the case, then go find another teacher who will teach you better. Okay? I'm not invested in it. So let's talk about the topic today. Being that we're coming to the end of the year, and I've shared with a lot of you good and bad things have happened. In the end, all of it is a learning experience. You know that, right? It's basically like a script or a drama the soul goes through, and the years are just the different chapters. That's one way to look at it. Or you can look at it the way it was taught in Theosophy by Charles Ledbetter. Like, the story he said was, let me refer to that story. I'm paraphrasing. So there's this baby. He crawls into school. Yeah, that type of school, baby is allowed to go in without parents. The baby crawls into school, and the headmaster, the teacher goes, okay, you have this many teachings, this many lessons you have to learn. The baby goes, okay. Right, the baby goes in. At the end of the day, the baby walks out, an old man with a cane. The headmaster goes, okay, you did a good job. Out of, I don't know, 20 lessons, you learned 3. Good, come back tomorrow. So the next day, the baby, the man is now a baby again, crawls back to school. And the headmaster goes, welcome back. Okay, yesterday you learned 3 lessons. Today, you can speed it up if you want to. Okay, go. So the baby crawls in. At the end of the day, the baby comes out an old man again. And the headmaster goes, okay, it was a slow day, huh? You only learned 1 lesson. Okay, no problem. Go home. Come back tomorrow. Next day, you know the story, right? Goes back in as a baby. The headmaster goes, okay, you learned 4. In the last 2 days, okay, you have this many more to learn. Okay, go. Baby comes out, old man. The headmaster says, okay, it was a good day. You learned 5 lessons today. Man, you must be on a roll. Okay, good night, bye. Out of here. And go on and on and on. Okay? What's the point? According to Charles Ledbetter, he said, the headmaster or the teacher is God. The baby and old man is a soul. Each day is 1 lifetime. Okay, so that's looking at it from the bigger viewpoint. Now, if you look at from macro to down to a micro, same thing. Each year, we learn certain lessons, some more than others. Some years, a little slow. Some years, more. Some years have more challenges. Some years have less challenges. And if you look at it that way, you get to realize, literally, it is the journey of the I am. It's the journey of the soul. And this journey of the soul will have many different situations that happen. Some pleasurable, some not so pleasurable, or even painful. And the key is to understand it that way. And at the end of the year, and this one I'm alluding to, at the end of the year, it's very important to do an inventory. That's why for the full moon meditation, I think today's at 26, Monday, 26, 27, 28, 29. So on Thursday, Friday, whatever. Anyway, on the full moon, I don't have the schedule with me. On the full moon, we'll usually have a lecture. We'll have a short talk on taking a spiritual inventory. And this is very, very important. Otherwise, one day moves to the next one, 1 year moves to the next one, to the next one. You look back and go, man, 10 years go by, what happened? Exactly the point. It's called lack of awareness. And so without taking, today's 28th? Really? You're right, 28. It's tomorrow. Something like that. Anyway, we'll put it in there. Let me just double check. Somebody tells me, I hope I'm right. Oh, tomorrow is the full moon. So tomorrow, get your ass in here. We'll do a full moon meditation with lecture. So tomorrow we'll do the, what do you call this? Spiritual inventory. Now, why is this important? Without doing a spiritual inventory, it's just like a business. If you don't do an inventory, you don't know if you've made a profit, right? You're just getting busy. Busy does not always mean success. All of us know. Oh, what'd you do today? Oh, man, I was so busy. How productive was you? Well, were you? I was busy. How much did you produce? Oh, not much. Just like some of you, you go to meeting after meeting after meeting. At the end of the year, what do? Oh, man, I got metered out. What came out of it? Nothing. Just a bunch of people like to rant and unload emotional crap. Get the point? So the spiritual inventory is like a business. You count what you had the year before, right? You had that written down. And this year, you look at how much product you have, and then how much you sold, and how much is your profit. Then you know if your company made money. Same thing with the soul. Every year, you go through challenges, you go through successes and everything. So you do an inventory. Go, okay, last year, I noticed that when it comes to my emotional control, I easily lose it when people insult me. This year, I noticed that it still affects me, but nothing compared to last year. Okay, that's profit. Make sense? Or you look at it like, I did notice that the year before, I didn't have much inner peace. When I meditate, the longest I would have inner peace for like a few seconds, my mind started wandering. This year, I noticed that I could sit there and meditate for over a minute, and it's quiet. Oh, okay, that's spiritual profit. Make sense? Now, the question is, how do you do this awareness exercise? So tomorrow, we're going to do this awareness exercise, which is taught in Pranic Healing and Arhatic Yoga. You can search all the books. It's in there. It's called Inner Reflection and Firm Resolution. Inner reflection, firm resolution is important because without taking an inventory of the good stuff we've done and the screw-ups we've done, you don't have an awareness what is right and what is wrong and how to correct yourself. Make sense? And what to make better. So it's as simple as this. The way my teacher explained this is awareness comes from inner reflection and firm resolution. In other words, if we don't take an inventory, okay, what was good, what was not good, how do I make the good even better, how do I correct the mistakes? If you don't do that, you don't develop an awareness. Okay? Without the awareness, you would not have the push to change something. Change is good. Make that mantra. Change is good. In other words, when things are good, you want to make it better. That's called change. When things are not so good, you definitely make it better by making that change. So change is good. Repeat that as a mantra in your head. So change has to be going up in direction. And that only comes from what? Inner reflection. So tomorrow when we do our spiritual inventory, that's what we're going to do. And the way we're going to do it is based on the virtues. And if you've taken Pranic Healing, you've taken Arhatic Yoga, that's basically an integral part of our practice. In other words, spiritual development is not how long you can chant or how long your silence is. Spiritual development is not just, how many spiritual verses you can remember or how many holy books you can cite without having to read it just by pure memory. It's the way we live our life. So it's going to be based on the 5 virtues: loving kindness and non-injury. Compared to last year, how are we with our kindness, with our thoughts, words, and actions? Are we less hurtful? The second one, generosity and non-stealing. Are we more generous this year? Did we steal? Did we take things that didn't belong to us? Constancy, aim, and effort. How are we this year compared to last year? Did we use, this is going to hurt, did we use the pandemic as an excuse to be a lazy ass? Or did we say, oh, things are slowing down, I better do something to really focus on success? Make sense? Next one is accurate perception, correct expression, or what is called honesty and non-lying. How are we with our perception of life? Were we honest to ourselves? Were we honest to other people? And the last one is moderation, non-excessiveness. How are we with handling our resources, our money? Did we overspend? We do this, all that. So in other words, as we go these 5 virtues, it gives you a structure to say, how am I here? What are the things to improve? What are the things that are good I make better? And so on, like that. We'll do that tomorrow. Okay, so it's going to be an intense session. And thank you very much for reminding me today's the 28th. Christmas, you stuff your face, and at some point you go, now what? And it happened to be a Friday, so come Saturday, you're going, ooh, let's eat some more. So by the time you go Monday or Tuesday, now what? So I apologize. I forgot what day it is. So yes, tomorrow is the full moon. Okay? Let's see, what else? So let's go back to the topic. Awareness is extremely important. So awareness, actually, in Chinese, I'll post it tomorrow, is nian. It's basically 2 characters connected to one. So the top character is Jin. Jin means, I know some people go, Jin, oh, that's gold. No, that's another. There are many words with the same tonality and pronunciation. Jin is now. The bottom is a heart. Okay? So today or now and heart. You put it together, basically it's telling you, focusing on the now using your heart. So what the heck are you talking about? You see, the mistake most people make, they use the word, let me concentrate on now. Nope. You'll never have awareness if you do that. The secret is putting your awareness, that's why the heart is included, putting the awareness or the sensitivity of your heart on a particular gap of time. Now, why the heart? Why not your will? You see, in order to extract something from a particular situation, you had to be on a receiving mode. right? In other words, you have to be listening. Awareness involves listening, hearing, watching, observing, letting the data come to you. Okay? Now, the problem with that is if you just say, I'm aware, it's just like standing in the middle of New York City during a busy day and trying to take in all the sights, the sounds, and everything else. You go nuts. So in order to filter it, you have to put your attention or your awareness on a particular gap of time, which is what's in front of you. That's why awareness is using your heart to put your attention on the now. So you just like this is your laboratory. This is your now. From here to here. You go, okay, let's talk about the first virtue, loving kindness, non-injury. How have I been in that loving kindness, non-injury this past year? Make sense? And so you ask that question. So you wait for that information to come to you. That's using your heart. You're on the receiving mode. Then you go to the next one. Okay, generosity, non-stealing. How generous have I been with my thoughts, my words, my money, my knowledge, and so on, so on, so on. Have I taken other people's? Get the idea? The next one, honesty, non-lying, or accurate perception, correct expression, and non-falsehood. You go, okay, this amount of time, this past year, how have I been? And you shut up and just wait for the data to come to you. Make sense? That's where the heart comes in. And next one, you go, okay, constancy and effort. How constant have I been? Have I started stuff and I didn't finish it? Did I continue? How am I been? Okay, look at it. And then moderation. Get the idea? That's why awareness is so important. Otherwise, okay, I know it's the guys who's listening who understand this. The women, you're the ones saying it. The guys, you're the ones who are hearing this. You're not listening. I don't know how many times I've heard that. You're not listening. Okay. Yeah. My wife probably has that on recorder and repeating over and over again. And I've heard that from, you're not listening. And part of it is because, and I'm going to give you an excuse, is because we have a tendency to focus always on our objective so much, sometimes we're oblivious to what people are saying. Same thing with spiritual lessons. Oftentimes we use we're going to get here. We don't realize we're not picking up the signals coming in. And the virtues, using inner reflection and firm resolution, we're able to pick each virtue and do a quick check on ourselves. How well am I here? How well am I doing here? So as we extract the lessons from that simple practice, we develop awareness. Oh, I didn't notice that my words have been very hurtful. So next time I talk to this person, I have to be careful with my words. Okay, I didn't notice that when somebody did something and somebody was successful, when I talk about it, when I didn't say, oh, by the way, he did this, and according to this person, this is the concept. Oh, I was actually stealing credits. I was not aware of that. Or when you say, yeah, when I'm using busyness as an excuse and I'm not producing anything, oh, I guess I'm not practicing constancy, aim, and effort. That's why this year was not as good as last year or whatever. Oh, that's why. Get the idea? So this awareness is so important because without it, you know what happens? 1 year goes by, second year goes by. Before you know it, 20 years go by and you go, what a sorry ass life. I didn't accomplish anything. You know why you didn't accomplish anything? Because you were just flowing with the current and you were not aware. That's why a lot of people say, go with the flow. You have to understand in context. Going with the flow has to be done with proper awareness. Otherwise, going with the flow is like dead fish. Dead fish go with the flow. They don't have to do anything. They just float with it. Make sense? So that's what we're going to do tomorrow. Okay? So today, we'll do our meditation. I hope, even though this is the big part of that talk was for tomorrow, I hope you got something out of it. Awareness is extremely, extremely important. It's, for me personally, that was the last thing I learned. Yeah. A lot of my colleagues, some of you studied under them, they have great awareness. They're very sensitive, very loving. In my case, I was just a walking bulldozer. Because when I first came to the United States to teach, there was no pranic healing. Every person I talked to was a master of this and master of that. And for me, it was like looking at Mount Everest every day in order to spread spiritual teachings. So I kept blasting away and blasting away and blasting away. And at some point, I remember talking to my teacher. I said, Master, why is it that, everybody is so sensitive? They can see energy, they can feel energy. Me, zero. He looked at me, he goes, you don't expect a bulldozer to have sensitive equipment, do you? I go, no, Master, of course not. Because if a bulldozer has sensitive equipment, with all that jarring and all that crushing, those equipment will get destroyed. He looked at me and goes, yeah, exactly. Your job was to break down obstacles, so that's why you were not so sensitive. Okay, Master, I understand that. Now what? That's why you have to practice Arhatic Dhyan. Arhatic Dhyan or Dhyana in India is prolonged awareness or meditation. From there, it went to China, it became Chan meditation. That's why you notice a lot of monks, they meditate. What do you do meditating? I'm meditating on nothingness. So what are you doing? I'm meditating on nothing. So you're not meditating? Yes, I am. It's like, what? Right? And then from China, it went to Japan. That's when it became Zen. So this Zen is actually meditation or prolonged awareness. And that's why next year, we're coming out with several programs to help you, because I know what it's like, for prosperity awareness. We call it prosperity Zen. Because a lot of people, they keep saying, oh, but it's my subconscious. Let me let you in a secret, and we go into meditation. For a while, I keep getting scolded by my teacher. You didn't do this. Why didn't you do that? I go, Master, I don't know, Master. I don't know. And then he keeps saying, you have such a big head. You're getting big-headed. You're getting arrogant. You have so much pride. I go, Master, I don't know what to talk about. I'm not trying to do this because I want to be famous or this and that. I'm just doing my job. Then here comes my stupid mouth. Master, it must be subconscious. And for some of you who I still go, but it's all in the subconscious, listen carefully. Here's what he said. And this opened up a ginormous door for me. He goes, with awareness, what is subconscious becomes conscious. Tattoo that to your soul. With awareness, what is subconscious becomes conscious. And without inner reflection, firm resolution, you'll not have awareness. If you don't know you screwed up, you will not watch it. So you don't make that mistake again, you'll do it again. I was a poster child for that. And so because of that, he would stay on top of me. Every year, 2-3 times he comes to the United States, I pick him up from the airport. One of the first things he will do is okay, you have too much self-significance and pride. I go, oh, here we go again. I said, Master, I'm just driving you from the airport. And here's the beautiful thing about the entire thing, which makes all the difference in the world. All these negative qualities that we have not yet learned are simply different thought forms and energies, these tendencies. And the most important part, and listen carefully, we know exactly where they're stored. So for example, pride or self-significance is stored in the left brain, Ajna chakra, throat chakra, front and back solar plexus, maybe the basic. So that is crucial because if you know where it is, you can take an energetic shovel and dig it out. And as you keep doing it within a short time, you start to have this awareness. Oh yeah, I do notice that when I'm talking to people, I'm constantly looking for acceptance. I didn't realize that. So you change just like that. So what that stupid subconscious thing you've been doing all this time, that we've been doing all this time, suddenly changes in a blink of an eye. That is real magic. But that won't happen until there's some form of inner reflection, firm resolution. That's why you notice that some people, what happened? They are great speakers, they're great teachers, but you notice there's an air of arrogance, right? Some people go, yo, you're that one. Okay, sorry, I haven't learned yet. But that's because there's lack of what? Self-awareness. You say, yeah, but you keep questioning yourself. Absolutely. Questioning in a sense of basically inquiring, not questioning and demeaning. There's a huge difference. Some people question you, goes, did I screw up again? No, you look at it. Was that done right? Could I have done it better? What was the mistake there? That's a different type of inquiry. Make sense? It's not like, did I screw up again? Did I commit that sin again? If you do it that way, you're doing the same thing as far as inquiring, but it has a negative connotation. So what happens? When you do that, then it also implants the negative thought form that I'll never improve. That's it. Very simple. So we'll do that tomorrow. It's going to be a long session. We'll do what we can tomorrow. And then come New Year's Day, which is, I think it's Friday. I hope I got my calendar right. Come New Year, we're going to do a New Year's Day meditation. That's going to be 10 a.m. California time, and that should cover all time zones. Now, if you're going to complain that, oh, yeah, but I'm still in bed because I'm a hangover, I drank too much, then, well, number one, don't drink. And number two, get your ass out of bed if you want to make a better year. Or number three, just go about your life and don't change. Those are only your only choices. Okay? So stop complaining. Oh, but in my time zone, then don't do it. Nobody's forcing you. Maybe it's not important enough for you. Okay? That's January 1. California time. Well, why are you basing California time? Because right now my body is here. If I'm somewhere else, we'll base it in that time. Okay? The key is as simple as this. And I'll leave you with this thought. If you want to be successful in anything, and I know you've heard me say this a gajillion times, you have to know your objective. What do you want? And number two, why do you want it? Right? So in other words, if you say, I want to have a better year. Okay, why do you want to have a better year? Well, because I want to give a better life to my family. I want to have better health. Okay, you have the why done. Then we go to the how. Because if you don't get the why, that's when people start complaining, oh, yeah, it's not in my time zone, whatever. You know what I do to those people? Exactly. Nothing. I ignore them. Because these people do not have the why down. That's why they complain. So when people complain, I go, who cares? Whatever, Because in their case, it's not important enough. So, sayonara. But the ones who are serious, you do it. Because you know how you have the why. Then we will give you the how. And then we schedule it. That's the whole idea with pilgrimages. Why do people go to pilgrimage? Their objective is to experience oneness with God, deeper spiritual, whatever it is. Yeah, they got the what down. Why? Oh, because we really want it. This is important to me. Okay. Then the how is they work through it. Simple as that. Okay. I apologize. I yacked too long today, but we'll go ahead and do our meditation. But listening, I hope, is also a partial meditation because you're practicing prolonged awareness on the information, and hopefully you're able to extract some of it to make your life better. Don't worry, there's a second session tonight. Okay. To the Divine Supreme God, Divine Father, Divine Mother, to all the spiritual elders, holy masters, saints, archangels, holy angels, and spiritual helpers. Personally, to my beloved and respected teacher, Grandmaster Chokoksui, to his teacher, Mahaguru Jemailing, also known as Guru Padmasambhava, to all the great spiritual teachers and all the high beings, thank you for divine light, divine love. Thank you for guidance, help, healing, and divine protection. Thank you for blessing us with a loving heart, an intelligent mind, and a powerful will that we may experience oneness with God and oneness with all. We thank you. In full faith, so be it. Right. Tap your heart center, tap your crown. Raise your hands. We'll do meditation twin hearts. Visualize the earth in front of you. Gently be aware of your heart. Be aware of your hands. Project beautiful pink light to the earth. Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Wherever there's hatred anywhere in the world, let me sow love. Allow your heart to glow with so much beautiful pink light, and let that beautiful pink light pour down through your hands to your family, to your relatives, your friends. Let it spread to the city, the state, the country. Let it envelop the entire earth. Blessing every person, every being with peace and with love. What is injury? Let me sow pardon and forgiveness. Where there's doubt, faith, where there's despair, hope. May every person and every being be blessed with peace, with love, with a spirit of forgiveness to oneself and to others, with hope and with faith and a better life. So be it. Where there is darkness, let me sow light. Darkness in spirituality is the absence of spiritual light, the absence of knowledge of one's spiritual nature, a being of light. So may every person, every being be blessed with divine spiritual light and realization. So be it. And where there's sadness, let me sow joy. Beware of your heart, say our hearts are one. May every person, every being on earth be blessed with peace, with love, with a spirit of forgiveness, with hope and with faith, with light and with joy. So be it. So be it, and so it is. Now be still to allow more energy to flow through us. So be it. Now be aware of your heart. Take a deep breath. Lift the energy from your heart up, up, up to the crown. And exhale. Again, be aware of your heart. Take a deep breath. Go to the crown. Exhale. Stay there. Now be aware of your crown in your hands. Let the golden light from your crown flow down through your hands to the earth. From the heart of God, may every person, every being on earth be blessed with loving kindness. May every person, every being be blessed with great joy and happiness, with understanding, harmony, and peace. Let all be blessed without exception. So be it. You might feel a slight pressure in your crown, a stretching. That's just the energy flowing through you. Just let it flow through. Just be aware of your crown. Say, our souls are one. Our spirits are one. Now bless your family with golden light, your relatives, your friends, the people you work with. Let it keep expanding to the city, the state, the country. Let the golden light spread to the surrounding areas and fill up the entire earth. From the heart of God, may every person, every being on earth be blessed with love and kindness. So be it. Now, be aware of your heart and your crown at the same time. Take a deep breath. Exhale. Imagine golden light pouring out of our hands and filling the earth. From the center of the heart of God, through my soul, through my entire being, may every person, every being in the higher worlds, middle worlds, even the lower worlds, let all sentient beings in every dimension, every direction, above and below, be blessed with love and kindness. Let all be blessed with inner peace and inner healing. And at this time, for many, physical and emotional healing and financial healing. From the center of the heart of God, may all be blessed with goodwill and the willingness to do good. Just imagine people are not just talking or intending to do good things, but actually taking massive action to be of service to others. Let there be goodwill and the willingness and the implementation of doing good. So be it. Be still, keep your tongue in your palate. Let those blessings keep flowing through us. So be it. Now lower your hands on your lap, palms up. Keep your eyes closed, keep your tongue on the roof of your mouth. Just be still. Om. Allow your awareness to just drift into that space, that nothingness between each Om, and stay there. Om. You're like a drop of light in the ocean of light. Melt into it. Om. You're not the body, you're not the emotion, you're not the thoughts. You are being of pure energy and light. And that pure energy of light is now immersed in an ocean of brilliant, brilliant light. Let go. Let go. And let things be now. Gently, very slowly, move your fingers, move your toes, and just gently and slowly slide back into your body now. Take your time. Come back to your body now. All right, gently raise your hands. We're going to release the excess energy again. Visualize the earth in front of you. Flood the earth with golden light. May every person, every being on earth be blessed with loving kindness. May all be blessed with good health, happiness, abundance, and prosperity, and spirituality. So be it. Again, bless your family, your friends, your loved ones, people you work with. Flood them with lots of golden light. May all of them be blessed with good health, with happiness, with prosperity and abundance, and divine oneness and spiritual oneness. So be it. So be it. So it is. Now, if you like, you can aim your hands down, be aware of your feet, the base of your spine, and your hand. Just project golden light down into Mother Earth. And verbally repeat after me. Let our beloved Mother Earth be blessed with divine light, divine love, and divine power. Let our beloved Mother Earth be healed, regenerated, and revitalized. Blessings be to Mother Earth. So be it. So it is. Let's give thanks to the Divine Supreme God, Divine Father, Mother, to all the spiritual elders, holy masters, saints, archangels, holy angels, and spiritual helpers. Of course, personally to my teacher, Master Chok Sui Mahagu Jimeling, thank you for the blessings in full faith. And so be it. Om. Amen. Amin. Tatastu. And so it is. All right. I hope you have an intense meditation. And some of you are asking, should you put your feet in salt water like we do in the Friday meditation? You can do it in all of them. Because again, when you're listening, even if it's just a lecture, you're also being healed or receiving divine energy. Because as you listen, here's what happens. There's a cleansing going on. As you understand new ideas and you understood it and you go, oh yeah, I get it. So I'm going to make this change. What happens? The old energy in your aura, like a gray cloud, is shed from your aura. So if you have salt water, then it's being disintegrated. So no downside there. Okay. So just to finish up what I was saying. So on the 1st of January, we're doing the New Year's Day meditation. We do this every single year. And what we do is we do it in 2 intense parts. Part 1 is breaking down all the past thought forms we created. And this is very, very important because if you heard me say this before, that's the reason why people don't keep New Year's Day resolutions. A New Year's Day resolution is basically a thought or emotional form we create. Oh, okay, I'm going to work out. I'm going to eat better. I'm going to meditate. I'm going to do. All those are positive thoughts, right? Great, wonderful. The only problem is, if you remember, we say it also, this is what my teacher said, big fish eat small fish. You go to the ocean, the big fish eat the small ones. So the big fish are the thought forms we created in the past, the old belief system, the limiting beliefs, the stuff that people told us that things couldn't work, blah, 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 and all that crap, right? That's sitting in your aura. So whatever your New Year's resolution is, that thought form has to overcome all that. Otherwise, that stuff will eventually chomp and eat this up. That's why, by March, nobody goes to the gym anymore. Okay, pre-COVID, of course. You get the idea? That's why by February, March, what happens? People's New Year resolution go down the toilet because they didn't get rid of the old stuff. So without cleansing, energizing doesn't work. So January 1st, it's a perfect day to do deep house cleaning, remove as much of that as possible, and then we'll have you create positive thought forms and we'll super blast it with energy. We will energize it for you, okay? So that's January 1st. Okay, I think that's it. We will see you tonight at 7 hours and 9 minutes, 6 p.m. California time. Am I missing something? I think that's it. And of course, we'd love to hear from you. The ones who are in Instagram, I know you put comments on it. After we shut it down, like we turn it off, it disappears. So I don't know what you guys said. I'm focusing on what I'm saying. So if you don't mind, go ahead and leave some of your comments so I know where I'm at. I don't want to be arrogant. I don't want to be stupid and have so much stupid pride like I used to. So whatever you can tell me, we'll try to understand it and learn from it, okay? And if there's something we can improve, we always like to learn. And I remember Tony Robbins used to say, feedback is the breakfast for champions. So, okay. Other than that, namaste everyone. You all take care and we wish you a beautiful